The Fall of Athena, a tale of corruption and betrayal. Athena was a world of ambition and triumph, where warriors rose to kings and kings ascended to godhood. At the pinnacle of power lay the Pentagon of Power, a divine state achieved through strength, wisdom, and the will to dominate destiny itself. It was said that those who reached this height could reshape their world, standing as both protector and ruler of Athena. But power breeds envy, and light casts long shadows. From the distant reaches of the cosmos came three of the seven truths of shadow: wrath, greed, and lust. They did not come as conquerors but as whispers, speaking to those whose hearts already held the seeds of darkness. Their pawns would bring ruin to Athena, not through war alone, but by tearing apart the foundations of unity and trust. Wrath's pawn, Calus the Ravager. Calus was once a knight of unparalleled skill, a champion among Athena's warriors. He was on the cusp of rising to the rank of king, having earned the favor of his people and proven himself in countless battles. But as his victories grew, so did his resentment. Why must I bow to kings weaker than me? Why do the gods of this world grant power to those who merely inherit it? Wrath heard these thoughts and came to him, not as a roar but as a steady flame, whispering promises of the glory Calus deserved. The infernal tyrant showed him visions of himself standing atop a world he had conquered, his enemies crushed underfoot. Calus turned against his brothers in arms, gathering those disillusioned with Athena's rigid hierarchy. Together, they marched across the lands, razing cities and toppling kings in their path. Wrath's power burned within him, driving him forward with unrelenting fury. The once great knight became the Ravager, a pawn of destruction who sought to burn the Pentagon of Power to ash. Greed's pawn, Zerathon the Hollow King. While wrath tore through Athena's armies, Zerathon, a king of great wealth and influence, succumbed to the whispers of greed. Zerathon had always sought power, believing that his wealth was a testament to his worth. But it was never enough. Greed spoke to him through dreams, showing him treasures beyond imagining and dominion over all of Athena. "Your gold is a key," it whispered, "but why stop at one vault when you could claim them all?" Zerathon began hoarding resources, betraying alliances, and starving his people to fuel his ambitions. He sold his armies to the highest bidder, even to Calus, ensuring his own survival as the land crumbled around him. His once prosperous kingdom became a wasteland of famine and despair, a monument to his insatiable hunger for power. Lust's pawn, Elindra the Veil of Desire. While wrath ravaged the land and greed hollowed its heart, lust moved quietly through Athena's courts and temples. Elindra, a priestess of great beauty and cunning, became Lust's chosen pawn. She had once served as a guide for those seeking the Pentagon of Power, offering wisdom and encouragement to aspiring knights and kings. But Lust spoke to her in moments of doubt, planting seeds of ambition and vanity. Why guide others when you could rule them? Why serve when you were born to be worshipped? Elindra abandoned her vows, using her charm and influence to seduce kings and warriors alike. She promised them glory and pleasure beyond imagination, distracting them from their paths and turning them into pawns in her own game. Her presence fractured the unity of Athena's leaders, leaving them vulnerable to Wrath's armies and greed's manipulations. The collapse of Athena. As the pawns of wrath, greed, and lust spread their corruption, Athena began to crumble. Knights turned against one another, kings betrayed their people, and the path to the Pentagon of Power became obscured by lies and bloodshed. The golden cities of Athena, once symbols of strength and unity, fell to ruin. The sacred trials that had once elevated warriors to godhood were abandoned, their meaning lost in the chaos. Wrath's fires consumed the battlefields, greed's poison corrupted the courts, and lust's veils blinded the hearts of those who might have resisted. Athena's strength had always been its ambition, but that same ambition became its undoing. As the sins left their mark, the world was reduced to a shadow of its former self, a broken realm of dead gods, broken kings, and falling warriors.